Hi. Ah. Oh,
There we go.
hey, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you doing?
Oh, good. Good. It's been a long time since I've seen your face.
Oh, I know. It has been. It's chugging along.
Yeah, we didn't get our Thripalooza this year, so
I know. Next year. And I'm stuffing my face, so
that's
excuse me.
okay. You do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. So I just I'm recording this and I'm gonna put this on YouTube. Started a channel and I've been adding these videos so that anybody that misses them live can go back and watch. It just makes it easier. So my cloud storage doesn't fill up. But I went back and I had started listening to Kayla Fox's video yesterday. So she does one at 6 a.m. on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. On alternate days, she has another promoter on her team that leads those. But I went back and listened, and part 2 comes out tomorrow. This is only part 1. Sherry, have you listened to any of the one from yesterday?
I still haven't listened to them, but I read her emails. So baby steps.
Oh yeah. No. It's good. I like to just listen, and sometimes I listen and then I'm like, dang it, I need to be writing all this stuff down. So I had listened to part of it, but then I was like, I need to keep my notebook and my pencil. So I started taking notes, and I really want to do what she's getting ready to launch on her team. And if you guys want to jump in, y'all are welcome to do this with me. So we're all holding each other accountable as far as like just, doing daily stuff. Don't feel like you have to tell me what you did, nothing like that at all, but just committing to yourself that you're going to do it. So they are going to do, and at the end of the video too, Jamie Pekka jumps on at the very end. So I don't know if there's sideline, or I don't know how that works with her and Kayla, but anyway, she jumps on at the end to talk a little bit about it too, because she's going to do a 90-day push on her team. Kayla's going to do a 90-day push. It's going to launch August 1st, so Saturday. And basically, Kayla just talked about, it's really little daily actions, but the biggest chunk of it is mindset. And I, full disclosure, totally vulnerable, I have struggled with that on and off. Startle's like, are you there? And I'm like, yeah, just I hit rough patches, and so it's hard sometimes because I let situations, or I let something else going on in another part of my life kind of drag me a little bit down into a hole. And I don't want to be in that hole, but I feel it's hard sometimes to pull myself out. So I'm trying to do everything that I can to positively feed my mind, right? Positive things and things like that. And just that if other people can do this, why can't I do this? Like, it's been done, it's not like I've got to reinvent a wheel or anything like that. So she talked a lot about mindset. And she made a really good analogy, and she was like, so how does a plane get off the ground? Like 50% power? It won't get off the ground. That plane has to be at 100% power for it to actually lift off. So that made a lot of sense to me, that if you think about the visual, you can't do things 50% or a little bit here. It's just got to be deciding and committing, and to recommit every day. Like, this is where I get hung up. I look at the big mountain, and I sometimes, or the staircase, right? And I don't just look at the next step. I just need to think it's today. It's today, and then tomorrow just worry about today. And the next day, just worry about today. Not think about my week, not think about my month, not think about, the next goal that I have. Think about what can I do today? And so that's kind of what she talked about. And the other part about the mindset was just telling yourself that you deserve this. Like I deserve this, Sherry, you deserve this, KK, you deserve this, that you remind yourself that you deserve it. Because I think too, sometimes I'm like, well, who am I to do that? Who am I to lead a team, or I don't know, you know what I'm saying? Like, so you have to just, I deserve this just as much as anybody else, and y'all deserve this just as much as anybody else too. And helping your teams understand that they do too. You deserve it for your family, you deserve it for yourself. And the other thing she talked about is that this is your baby. Like, you're not an employee. Like, nobody's my employee. and I'm not Starla's employee. This is my baby. I'm the CEO, and this is whatever happens in my business. It's up to me. And I feeling like I have to answer to other people. That's not how it works. It's just you answer to yourself. And then she was like, how hungry are you? I mean, is there a no matter what mindset? Like, how hungry are you? Or what are you willing to give up? That's the other thing she said. And when she started talking about that, she's like, are you willing to give up television? Are you willing to give up Candy Crush? Are you willing to give up sleep? I mean, how hungry are you? I was like, oh my God.
So, I'm hungry.
Yeah. We stop and think about it. And she says she sits down with her family and says, look, I've got some work to do. I've got a 90-day push that I'm doing, and I'm doing this for us as a family. So I may miss some dinners. I may have to do some meal preps. We may order pizza. Dad may have to cook. I may not be at dinner. You're just going to have to understand that I may get up really early and stay up really late because this is just something I need to do. And Jamie Pekka, I want to say, one of them said, I lived in my bedroom. Like, I lived in my bedroom. That's the only place I could go to get away and work. And I lived there until I hit my goal. So she talked about month 1, so August, is promoter driven, meaning that you want to load the bases. So we want to spend the first month loading the bases. And I really want to follow what she does because I want to see how she's going to be promoter driven. And I don't know if that's going to customers or just looking for people who are complaining about maybe their work situation. I'm not really sure how she's going to approach that, but I'm really curious to see her method. But she was talking about how we want to load the bases in month 1 because whatever we do in month 1 is going to carry over to month 2. And even if you can't see things are happening, like things are still happening. Like, there's that you planted some seeds maybe, and you can't see, when the seed before it sprouts, it grows the root, right? Like you don't see the stem come up until the root's gone down. It's got to open, it's got to dig a root, and then you see something come up above the ground. So, and she said, if you get through the month of August, you're like, oh my God, I only got 3 promoters. Don't freak out because that's okay. You're planting seeds and it can still happen. Month 2 is continuing to load the bases. But at this point, the promoters you brought on in month 1, you're going to be helping them load the bases too. So I thought that was a neat analogy. And then she was talking about how, you can't wait on your team to do stuff. Like you have to be the hardest worker on your team. You set the pace and they need to see that you're busting your butt. And then she's talked about too, in order to get to where you want, how willing are you to walk through fire to get there? Because it's not going to be easy. And she talked about how, I've had people make fun of me. Jamie Pekka said this too. They made fun of me. They made fun of the fact that I was in network marketing. They told me it would never work out. All I was doing was wasting my time and my money. And she's like, all I want to do is prove them wrong. So I was the hardest worker that I could be, and I was willing to walk through whatever fire I had to. She goes, and now all those people that laughed at me, she goes, now who knew COVID was going to happen? And now they're wishing they had a home-based business. And I do. So I thought that was a neat point she brought out. So then month 3 is going to be customer driven, sales driven. So then all these promoters that we brought on and their promoters, it's all going to be about serving the customers and blowing up a customer base, because that's what's going to make the difference as far as moving up in rank. And then she's also said month 3, people are going to quit. They're going to quit. People you brought in month 1 or month 2, some of them are going to quit. And that's just the way, it's just that's just the way it is. People drop off, people come back. It's the cycle. And then she said, so month 3, you're replacing promoters too. So you're going to load them, build customers, but you may be replacing promoters in month 3. And then in month 4, all that work you've done, you may not see it happening, but it's all going to eventually take off. And she was talking about, this blew my mind. She was talking about how she goes, stop and look at the rank you are right now. Like what your volume is, like what's your rank. And we still have a couple more days or whatever tomorrow. But she was saying, if you're just a brand promoter right now, you need to be shooting that by the end of the 90 days, you'll be a 12K. And if you're a 4 or 8K, you will need to be planning to be a 40K in the end of 90 days. She called it a 12K or a 25K, be ready to be an 80K by the end of those 90 days. And if you're 80K, be ready to be 200K. And so, which to me, I was like, wow, that's a huge leap. But if you're building and you're helping them build too, I mean, it makes sense, but I was like, wow, that's huge. And then she said, you know, tell me, what does this do for your family? Like, think about Halloween. Like, where are you going to be for Halloween? Are you willing to do hard things now so that at the end of Halloween, you're in a good place, or where you want to be? You know, what does that do for you? What does that do for your family? Believe you deserve it. And then she even said, believe you deserve to earn $30,000 a week. Believe you deserve to have a paid for house. You can take a vacation whenever you want. You don't have to ask anybody. You can just go. So anyway, it was really, really interesting. Jamie Pekka mentioned, I didn't even know she was going to get on. I was like, oh, wow, there's Jamie Pekka. When you wonder, she said, when you wonder why people you bring in aren't doing all the things, you have to take a look in the mirror and be the hardest working person in the room. Don't worry about what your team is doing. Worry about what you are doing in your own business and being the hardest working person on your team. Exchange sorry, I can't read my handwriting. Exchange where you are right now for where you can be by Halloween. Anybody can be excited for a week. Blah, 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 blah. Sorry. When you put in the work now, then you won't see a dip in your business. She was talking about too that the push happening now, like in the months of August and September, sometimes traditionally in network marketing that there's a dip sometimes when school starts back up again or whatever. Sometimes summer can be slow, but then maybe I guess closer to Christmas because people start thinking about Christmas and buying Christmas gifts and saving their money and stuff like that and not spending money. And so sometimes there's a dip in your business, but the more that you put in August and September, the better it'll be in October and November. And then the last couple of things she said were, you know, don't get caught up in the how, just get caught up in the what. Like, what do I do each day? And not how am I going to make this happen? Like, that's me, is I look at the mountain and I don't just take the next step, right? I let that overwhelm me. I get overwhelmed sometimes. And the last thing she said, she's like, take a selfie of yourself holding a sign. And then whatever your 90-day commitment is, say it's 40K, say it's 80K, whatever it is, hold it. It says, I am 80K or whatever, and name the 3 things that you're going to do underneath that and post it on your mirror so you can look at it every day. Okay. So I thought that was it was pretty powerful. So if you get a chance to watch it, it was good. And so tomorrow she's going to, I guess, fill in more details on how this is all she's planning to get it done.
And where is this video? Because I get the emails, but
Kayla Fox has a YouTube channel. So I think you can just go search Kayla Fox on YouTube and subscribe. I think that's what I did. But yeah,
okay.
If you're getting emails, there may be links in the emails videos. I haven't looked lately.
Okay.
But definitely on YouTube. If I don't catch her live, she posts them. And then I get notifications that when the video is posted, I can go watch it then.
Okay.
Some I do the 6 a.m., some days I don't. But let's see. I don't want to keep you guys missing the time. Oh, it's not. We have a little more time. That's good. So something I mentioned to Sherry, I was going to maybe talk about just because August is, here we are. August is like Saturday. It's just kind of looking ahead at the month. I'm planning that on Sunday night, we'll look at we'll do a weekly thing. What does this coming week look like? But just since August is around the bend, something I like to do, and y'all may already do this. So I pull out my calendar and I circle the 5th, the 15th, and the 25th because I know there's going to be auto ships. And then I will go into Google Calendar and I will like 2 or 3 days before, I mean, I may write it on my calendar too. I'll put a reminder in that I need to contact my auto ships. Because I want to give them plenty of time. And I even heard the other day, one of those Zooms, the Lunch and Learns, I forget who was talking about how they're contacting, it was Kaufman, I think, bless you. They were contacting their August 5th auto ships right now. Like they're doing it now just to kind of get them, you know, hey, it's coming up, blah, blah, blah. And then the way they worded that too is that, what is it? I can't remember what she said. It might have been on the mastermind, but it was just letting you know their auto ship is coming up. And would you like to try another flavor or, plus line item, or is there something you're interested in, or you change up your DOT? Anyway, change your flavors, but never say, do you want to keep your auto ship or anything like that, where they have the option to say, yeah, no, never mind. But just saying, how can I help you next month as far as like picking the right DOT or changing things up or trying something new, and then offering credits. I'll throw some credits on your account to help with your shipment. I've done that with people they're my customers, and then with some of Todd's customers, and they're always like, oh, that's awesome, thanks. And nobody's canceled their ownership yet, so that's good. When I'm offering the credits, I think they're just appreciative. Only like $10 or $15. It hasn't been very much. I don't tell them I'm giving you 10. I just say, I'm gonna throw some credits on your account. And then, every little bit helps, right? But I do that. I have been writing, well, I did this. Now I'm not doing those noon Zooms on Monday as much. I've been putting those down just because I got to show up for that. But definitely putting the auto ships down. And then I do, and you guys are, if you're interested, I do want to start doing like a weekly call. I'm trying to decide if I want to do a Zoom, like live, like Facebook Live thing, or if I want to do just a conference call, like an experience call that lasts like 15, 20 minutes or 15 minutes, right? So I need to plan that, and I'm trying to pick the night, because if I'm doing these, well, I could do it afterwards. But if I'm doing, but I don't want to compete with the Lavelle ones either. You know what I'm saying? So the Lavelle every Tuesday, Thursday at 8, Masterminds on Wednesday at 7:30. I'm doing this at 7:30 Tuesday, Thursday. And maybe that's a Monday, because I don't want to do Friday, because I think nobody would call in, right? Because Friday night, everybody wants to go out to dinner or just hang out or not think of anything else. So that's something I'm committing to myself to do. And the other scary thing is going live on Facebook. I need to do that more. And I need to get out of I do that. I've done it a little bit, but I need to do it. I should do it every day. Really should find one reason to go live, whatever it is. So.
Yeah, I'm bad at that too. I avoid it as much as I can. And then it's like, I don't know what to talk about, just.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I heard Susan say the other day, was it Susan? I don't know. I get these Zooms confused with some of these books that I listen to. And somebody said, the one thing that scares you the most is the one thing you need to be doing. And I was like, that's going live on Facebook. It's scary, right? I did. Oh, I don't think I have it.
I remember whenever we went live in Punta Cana.
Yeah, that was fun. My reception sucked, but
then there wasn't good service, and we kept getting disconnected. You were out on the beach, and I was out by the pool or something.
Because we didn't want to be on each other's audio, right? We were just far enough away. Yeah, that was fun. I want to do more of that stuff, and then not necessarily, I do want to do, a Thrive, at least once a week, do a Thrive thing. But I also want to do non-Thrive stuff. So something I did think about, because I got the inspiration from Starless. She did that Joel Osteen book. I don't know if you remember her, 30 Days of Devotionals.
Yeah.
A different one of his, and I thought about doing that. Just to have something, right, to say, just for 10 or 15 minutes or whatever, just kind of read through devotional and just, I don't know. And part of me, and this is the other thing, and I talked about this today, that Terry Savelle Foy, I found the quote. She said, somebody in need is waiting on the other side of your obedience. That was the quote. And then to think about that, like, God needs me to do this because somebody needs to see me doing it, because they need to hear the message. They need hope. They need, whether they're going to order from me is totally not even the point, but maybe they just need somebody to speak encouraging words into their life, or maybe they do want a side gig. Maybe they have been watching me. Y'all, that video of me dancing, oh my God. I didn't want to post that.
Oh, I loved it.
Oh, well, thanks. Because
You're
rusty.
Did it.
Thanks. I am a little rusty. I haven't had a dance class in a while, like outside of Zumba, which is not. But
Sloan did really good too.
Well, thanks. We did a little duet. When I posted the pictures, like the video was last, and I realized it was going to get buried down and everything, and so I switched up the order and made it go first. I've had so many people comment that normally don't comment on anything that I post, like nothing, and then they're coming out of the woodwork going, "Wow!" I had somebody on Instagram who I'm friends with saw it on Facebook, sent me a message on Instagram about something totally different. I answered her question. It was speech therapy related. And then she's like, "Oh, by the way, I loved your dance clip." And I'm like, "Oh, wow." Like that she liked it. I didn't even know she'd seen it. Isn't that crazy?
That's great.
Well, it just made me think I need to do stuff like that that's out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
Because honestly, after cheering and, doing all the collegiate stuff that I did, I had to be a certain size. I'm not that size anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
One, I've had 2 children. I'm in menopause, so I do not have the body that I had when I was in my 20s at all. So it feels really, you know what I'm saying? It's just.
Yeah, we are our own worst enemy right here.
Yep.
We are. I mean, we think the worst when other people are thinking the best, and we got to get out of that. I know I'm really guilty about it.
Yeah.
I always wondered, what am I going to look like, or what are people going to think, or what are people going to say, and just do it. Just say what the F, who cares?
Right. Yeah, and so something I did today, you guys, that the other day. So if you watched the Lunch and Learn, it was Jamie. What's her name? Short blonde hair. I'm not talking to you. See, I told you. Jamie, what's her last name? Lindbergh, Jamie, the short blonde hair. She does this birthday thing where she has it all printed out and she put it in the notes, and I copied and pasted exactly what she said, or maybe I'll listen to it and write it down. But she reads it. She sings happy birthday and then has this thing she adds at the end about, how some of my favorite stores, like she said, the Gap. I'm thinking, the last time I've been to the Gap. They like to send something special for your birthday. Well, I like to do the same thing, and I'd like to add a little extra happy to your birthday. Shoot me your address. I'll send you a Thrive mini experience in the mail. I can't wait to catch up with you. I hope you're doing great. It's been such a life changer for me to be on Thrive. And I even added, I did this today. I've been avoiding it for 4 or 5 days. Mm-hmm. I think she mentioned it Monday. Here it is Thursday. And so here's what I made myself do. I wasn't going to let myself go work out at the gym until I'd sung my birthdays to all my people. I only had like 4 or 5. But
Is it just a voice clip or an actual
on Messenger?
Messenger. Voice clip?
Yep.
Okay. Well, I wasn't sure if you were doing a short video or something and sending them an actual video of you.
No.
Okay.
This is our mindset.
Hang on. That's Kayla. It was, yeah. So I just printed it out. I can send it to y'all if y'all want it. And Jamie even says, I'll read this because I can forget to say. And so she sings happy birthday. It's real short. Let me find one. Don't laugh. I'm not a singer at all. My friend hasn't listened yet. We'll see if y'all can hear it. Wait, yeah. Oh, wait, let me go back. Let me go to my friend that is a dancer, because I added a little something on there.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Hey, Stephanie, happy birthday. I hope your day's been absolutely amazing so far. And just like Old Navy and all those other places, I love to offer my friends even more happy on their special days. So as a gift, I'd love to send you a 3-day mini experience of Thrive. It is amazing. It's changed my life. I'm back dancing again. My knees don't swell anymore. And being 51, it's kind of nice to have the energy to get off the couch and get stuff done. So I love sharing it. So shoot me over your mailing address. I'll pop one in the mail for you and we can connect. Look forward to chatting with you soon. Have a great day. And again, happy birthday. And you're so, so welcome. I hope you have the best day ever.
So while I was sending her the voice clip, she texted me back because I also sent a graphic that said happy birthday that I made on Canva. I sent this, if y'all can see that, to her. I customized it and I changed the name to personalize it for each person. But she got I sent that first and then she goes, oh, thank you. So then I was like, and while I was recording, I was like, well, you're welcome, because I was in the middle of recording. But anyway, I am not a singer at all. So, but I made myself do it. I'm like, okay, I need to go work out. And Todd was waiting on me. He's like, are you ready? I'm like, give me like 10 minutes. Okay. So he waited on me and he let me get that done. And then I gave myself permission to go to the gym. So anyway, but that's kind of all I wanted to kind of talk about. It's 8. I don't want to keep y'all. I know we got families and stuff to do.
What, you wanted to say hi?
Oh, hi.
I want to share something good real quick. Oh, hey.
Stalked by my daughter.
Hey.
In regards to you talking about planting the seeds and watering them and stuff like that, we have a friend that owns a furniture store here in Willis and known him for many, many years. And of course, whenever I started thriving, I would occasionally go into a store and, buy a lamp or, furniture set, whatever. Anyway, so he knew that I was thriving and I tried to get him and his wife to thrive and everything. And always, shot me down. No, we don't need it. No. Haven't been in contact with him in I don't know, 2 or 3 years. Okay. But he still owns a furniture store. Him and his wife got a divorce. And I get a message in my messenger from somebody I'm not friends with. And so, that little red dot comes up or, it gives you the whatever that you have a message from somebody you're not friends with. And so I go and open it and she says, hi, Sherry, my name is so-and-so and I am his fiance. And I'm really looking to lose some weight and I really need more energy. And Ricky told me about some stuff that you have and I'm very interested in it. He's not a customer of mine. Haven't seen him in years, but he remembers how passionate I was about the products. He sees that Billy now is on the products and has a huge transformation from being on them. So anyway, it was me, planting those seeds all that time whenever I was in contact with them and stuff. And now that somebody that he knows and loves and is close to is searching for a product that works, he remembers that I'm the person that, is so passionate about this. So anyway, I just felt like, I definitely watered those seeds and nurtured them for a long time before I no longer had contact with them. But anyway, I thought that was pretty cool. So, we exchanged information and she's going to look at her website and then we're hopefully going to get on a call tomorrow and everything together so that I can introduce myself and tell her a little bit about my story. And then that'll lead to a 3-way call and stuff. So
Right.
it's the perfect thing, that you were talking about as far as you may not see any instant, orders placed and stuff like that, but it's definitely watering those seeds because you got to water the roots. The roots grow before the tree grows. So that's perfect for what you were saying. So don't give up. Don't give up. I'm telling you, keep nurturing, keep watering.
People watch. I mean, they're watching. That's the thing that's kind of is that they're still watching you. Like some of my stories, I'll have like 150 views, which is nuts. And I'm like, okay, they don't comment or like it. They just look at it. Right. And then like the people, when I put the dance video, I had so many comments. I'm still getting comments. It's
Pretty good.
crazy. I almost want to post the video by itself and go, y'all, this is 51 because I have the energy and I feel good and my knees don't swell, you know, or whatever. And just try to tie it into Thrive. You know, I can't, this wouldn't have happened at age 40. I wouldn't have been doing this because I was, you know, really struggling with my knees. I don't know. I got to figure out how to make that post, but it got people's attention when they're like, wow, look at you dancing. I'm like, yeah.
Mhm.
So
Great.
that, and y'all, and that was a decision. Do I post this or do I not? Because this is a little uncomfortable, you know, because I haven't danced in a long time. And luckily I'm in black. The wall was black. You can't really see my body very much. But anyway, I think too, like Sherry, what you're talking about, I think just being consistent. If they see you, like Kyla talks about, keeping your store open your store every day. Because, you know, it doesn't have to be thrive, but at least in your stories or just something, just people know that you're living your life out loud and that because of Thrive, it's making you feel do stuff you probably normally wouldn't do. So. Well, anyway, I will let you go. Do y'all have anything else? KK, do you have anything?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think in the last 2 weeks, I've gotten another new account from somebody that I do not know. So I kind of just send out emails to them because that's all I have is an email. Since
Right.
I'm not friends with them, and to try to find them on Facebook when they have just kind of a common name,
Mhm.
like Sybil Martinez. I mean, you get so many of them. So I just send them emails and introducing myself and a little bit about the product, and they've got the free account already. So I just need to start doing more reach outs, I guess.
Yeah. I know that something I'm gonna do, and I have not taken the plunge, but I sort of did it when I did that video about the credits a couple weeks ago, whenever I did that one. I encouraged people to share my video, and a lot of people shared it, and which was great because it got a lot of views, but it's almost kind of like doing host to post. I just haven't taken the plunge to do that yet. And I need to do that. I definitely will tell my customers, please, you know, let me help you with the post, or say something like this, put a picture of your box, you know, I'm going to help them thrive for free. So I'm trying to dive into my customers' networks to get more of a base, I think. Anyway, so that's something I needed to suck it up and do it, right? Because it's out of my comfort zone. I think I'm overwhelmed. The thought, it's not that I'm overwhelmed. The thought is overwhelming of trying to keep up with it. Because it seems to me like it's, if you're not on top of it, it could get out of control a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to just have faith that I can handle it and just do it and just don't worry about it. So feel the fear and do it anyway.
Yeah. I'm going to reach out to you too on the e-cig. I need to get the e-cig on my email.
Oh,
in there,
yeah.
like yours.
That just popped up. It was so funny. That popped up in my Google Calendar today that the bill was actually not due till August. I was like, oh yeah, I need to look at that. But I do mine every August. So
what does it run? A year, or is it?
It's $59.99 a year, or you pay $9 a month.
Oh, okay, year, definitely.
Yeah, so it's
okay.
I'd be more if you would pay like almost $120 if you did it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like $60 for the whole year. But it's Cigna Source now. I'll find the link.
Okay.
I can send you the link or the email. Okay. Yeah, and I've got a customer like this, okay, that signed up that I'm like, okay. You know, I've had a couple here and there, and I just they don't respond. So what do you do? I mean, you just trying to. And this is the other thing I'm doing. I did start the recipe box thing. I am keeping index cards, and so I am going to move them and like contact them in a week. Like I've already reached out, but I'll wait a week and contact them again. I'll just kind of, hey, here's an update. Hey, here's an update, like Paul talks about. Instead of, hey, you're ready to order, just, hey, here's an update. And then
Yeah.
just keep it in touch. And then, you know, maybe eventually they'll respond. I've kind of gotten away from s'mores because I've noticed that some people I've sent s'mores to, if it's considered spam automatically because it's not immediately into their junk mail folder. So just so y'all know, it's happened to me. And
Okay.
directly from me, right? It's coming from s'more. So somehow Google or whoever, Yahoo, looks at it as spam. So I've kind of backed off from that a little bit.
Okay.
All right, y'all, I gotta hop off of here. Billy has just finished his dinner and we haven't had a chance to visit. So
Okay.
I'm gonna hop off of here and go visit with him and everything. So I will see you at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning.
Okay.
It was so good to see you,
All right.
Kristen.
All right. Bye, Sherry. Good to see
All right.
you.
Bye. Y'all have a good evening.
Bye. You too.
All right, KK, if you need anything at all, just let me know.
Okay.
I can support you or help or whatever. And let me know when that package gets there.
Oh yeah, I did see some. My UPS notification said something was
Really?
coming. Figured it
Okay.
was from you. I think tomorrow or the next day. Yeah, I get
Okay.
the UPS emails. It tells me what's coming and what's that day.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure when, because they said August 5th, but I don't know. I don't know if that's, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Maybe
it's in
sooner
one
than
of
that.
the- Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, can't wait to see what it is.
Yeah, hope you like it.
Love surprises. Well, thank you. You didn't
All
have to go
right.
through all that.
That's okay. It's fun. And I'm sorry I sent you a dang long survey.
Oh, I know. I'm like,
But Todd said that too. He goes, Kelly, this is long. I'm like, but I need to know stuff about them so I know like gifts and stuff. He's like, it's just kind of long. I'm like, okay.
so he felt me. He felt it.
He
He felt it.
He
Was
took
what
the
he
survey
did.
before you did. And he was like, Kel. I'm like, what? He's like, it's long. I'm like, shit, I'm sorry.
Yeah. About the point when I started putting too much. It was like,
Yeah,
okay,
no, it's fine.
where's the end of it?
Yeah, I revamped it a little bit. I'm going to revamp it again. And just,
Okay.
I want to streamline it, but there's certain things I just wanted to know.
Yeah.
So when I'm considering things like that, I have an idea of where to go. So. that's all.
Okay. Yep.
Alrighty.
Yep. All right.
Well, I'll let you get to your family, and I think I'm going to see if I'm ready. So.
All righty. Have a good night.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.